So I'm often asked about like, what's the next business to start? How did I end up with so many businesses, and how did I know which ones to start next and to, when to move to the next one? Now, the first thing in terms of when to move to the next one, you got to have that first one stable first, right? Because that first one becomes the cash cow for all of your other endeavors, right? So you gotta put that focus in on that first one until it's somewhat autonomous, meaning you put the process in, you put the systems to automate it, you put the people to elevate you up. Now it's running without you, right? It's running and you're just doing minimal work towards strategy. So now you could go on to the next endeavor. Now, the way that I chose every single other business that I started after the first one is I first found an audience in need, right? A friend of mine, he wanted to sell a hot sauce recipe that he was refining. And that's amazing, and I encourage everyone to follow their dreams. But I told him, if this is gonna be your first business, maybe that's not the best bet. Instead of drumming up an audience for that hot sauce, go into a business that already has an audience. Right? So I tapped into this one network, and this is why I always tell people to buy seats at tables, get into mentorships, because then I found this network of people who were all doing a specific type of business, and then I said, hey, I want to supply the shovels to those who are digging for gold, right? So I supported those entrepreneurs instead of focusing on the end user. So I had an audience that was ready, willing, and able to spend, and then I tapped into them. Then the next business became, so I split all of my businesses into separate LLCs, right? And when I say split all my business, it could be a service, a department, right? So my marketing department started to really take off, and I said, okay, let me create a separate business that's a marketing firm, right? So that was an idea of something that's adjacent to what I've already been doing, or an audience that I tapped into that has a need, and then I just go and fulfill that need. And that's how I always start. It just all depends on if the audience is there and if it is adjacent to something that you're currently doing, right? Don't jump from trucking to bakery to, seafood, I don't know, fisherman. Instead, stick close to your path, and it helps to make it an easier transition.